Hello there. This is my second video in English. Yes, as a previous video, I was talking about the Antichrist, the Dajjal. It's called Dajjal in Islam, or Dajjal in the Egyptian slang. In this video, I'm gonna talk about the second coming of Jesus Christ. The second coming of Jesus is like a major belief in Christianity, as we all know. Yes, that before the end of days, that Jesus will come. But maybe a lot of people don't know that it's actually Islamic belief too, and the vast majority of Muslims, Sunnah and Shia, they believe in the second coming of Jesus. Sure, there's some Muslims who don't believe in this, but it's really like tiny group, because the teaching of the Muslim texts, they are teaching mostly what we call Hadith or Sunnah, not from Quran. That would be you'd be surprised by that. Yes, most of the teaching and the details and like that's from Hadith. And this is for Sunnah and Shia, they do the same. Now in modern time, there is some group of Muslims, that maybe they don't consider, or some of them deny some texts, some of them even maybe deny, like the whole Hadith thing, the whole Sunnah thing, which is called the Quranis. Maybe in other video we talk more about them, but anyway, they still like tiny group or small group, comparing with Sunnah and Shia. Sunnah and Shia together, it would be like, yes, you talk about, I think, Sunnah and Shia together, you would talk about like more than 90 or 95% or more Muslims. So they are that, the main group or the majority. So this is first, because I don't want to like anyone say, no, there is some Muslims don't believe in that. No, okay, but I'm talking about the majority. Okay, I don't talk about like, some group here and there. Okay, so let's go. As I mentioned in the last video, that Jesus will come to earth, and yeah, first thing he's gonna do, he will kill the Antichrist. Okay, he will go to somewhere in Israel or Palestine or Israel, and with a spear, and he will kill him with one shot. This is one story. Other story says that he will just die. When he sees the real Jesus, he will melt. Like they say, like salt. I would say like maybe like salt or whatever, like anything melt. Okay, so he will just like melting. This is expression that they use, melt. Okay. And the other story, yes, he will be like with a spear. I prefer the one with the spear. It's sound more action, more cooler. Anyway, yeah, there is so how Jesus will come. There is some stories say that he will come to earth, like two angels would be like holding him or carrying him. It's a cool entrance. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna put a link of hadith from Bukhary. Bukhary is the most acceptable hadith book, in for Muslims, for Sunnah Muslims especially. And it talk about how Jesus, he will when he come to earth, he will be in Damascus in Syria, in some like by white building or whatever. Anyway, what he gonna do next, after he kill the Antichrist? Uh, according to the text, he gonna be like a governor, a ruler, he will rule, he will rule the earth. He will be like emperor, and he will rule by the Islamic rules, the Sharia. Okay, that's what the Hadith say. He gonna be hakaman muqsitan, he gonna be like fair governor or fair rule. Okay, and then what he gonna do? First, he will break the cross. And I think this will be the first surprise for especially the the Christian friends. Okay, the cross is some simple and something like be respected in Christianity, because it's referred to Jesus' sacrifice. Most in Muslim belief, they have different view with that, because they don't believe that Jesus been ever on a cross or anything, and he never been killed by Romans or whatever, and just God, like raised him directly to him, like, yeah. In Christianity, yes, it's Jesus raised up from death, no, in Muslim, no, he never been even in a cross, and they never kill him or anything. I think maybe you would know you would know this difference. So the hadith says that Jesus will break the cross, and it's a bit like confusing, what a cross he gonna break, if he gonna like break like actually cross, like wood thing, or it's a metaphor. But most of them they take it both, like yes, he's gonna break the cross, and it refers that he will finish Christianity. Oh, okay, wow, okay, we'll finish the Christianity. After that, he say يكسر الصليب, break the cross, and then يقتل الخنزير, which means kill the pigs, or kill the pig, to be exact, translated like that. And this is also confusing. What pig he gonna kill? Like yeah, but they explain it as he in Islam, you are not you shouldn't eat pork or anything from pigs or whatever. So they think in this case, they said in this case that he will kill all the pigs. And I don't know, he can just tell them just don't kill, just don't eat pork, just don't eat pigs. I don't know why he will come to kill all the pigs, poor pigs actually. Anyway, so he will kill this poor creature, okay, the pig, and then yada al jizya, al jizya, which mean like if I try right to translate it, like a tribute. Or okay, it's like this text, the ancient world, that there is some emperors when they invade each other lands and take over each other lands. So the victorious used to force these people, these lands, to pay them tax. Even in I think in the time of Jesus, people were to pay tax for the Caesar. So part of the ancient world, the early Muslims used to do so. And the early Muslim emperors, they used to invade another countries, and they put like options to Christians or the non-Muslims. There, you pay the tribute or this tax, or to become a Muslim or else. I don't know. According to this, yes, ancient world was cruel, really. And funny enough, there was a candidate in Egypt. He wanted to be the president, and he was crazy guy. He thinks that he will do these rules again and make Coptic pay this tax again, the jizya and like that. But I'm glad that he never be president. Anyway, we get to the topic. So he will yada al jizya. He will end this tax, which means that Jesus he wouldn't accept anything but Islam. Some people think that by this time everybody will become a Muslim, so there is no need for jizya. But anyway, he will be ruled by Sharia. He was ruling by Sharia for 40 years before he would die. And everybody would be Muslim, and he wouldn't accept anything from any belief from anyone except Islam, and like that. Yes, and then they say that there's gonna be like a lot of money, and a lot of goods in the world. Some texts talk about, some beasts would be together, with other animals. For example, you will find like the wolves and the sheep together, and the little kids playing with snakes, and snakes never hurt them. I think in the Bible maybe there is something like that. So which refers that there is gonna be like a good time and a great time on earth, after Jesus coming back, and as I said, that he will be in earth for 40 years. This is how in Muslim believe, in brief, they believe how the second coming of Jesus will be, and what he will do, in earth. And I found it really interesting, like Jesus among all these religion founders, even I'm talking away of the logic of faith or anything, but it's interesting how people from different beliefs and like that expecting the same person. And yes, Muslim and Christians and even Jews, they believe in Messiah, like that, they believe that Messiah will come. So everybody with Jesus, but the question is, if they really wait for Jesus, or what they expecting Jesus be, if you know what I mean, or they expect the image or the imagination about Jesus, and this is different, Anyway, I wish I talked more because there is more details I want to say. Maybe leave that to another video. Thank you for watching. Sorry, thanks for watching, and see you in another video. Bye.